Hello guys, welcome to game number 3, attempt number 2 at casting this. There were technical difficulties before, but I'm determined to give you guys a full best of 3, not just game number 1. So, ESCGoOdy is going to be the Terran on the right. He's purple against the red Zerg mTwDIMAGA on the left, mTwDIMAGA, a team that actually only has 4 people on it. And ESC, I think, actually only has 2. The only other person I can think of that's on ESC is Delphi. And I can't even remember what race he plays. I want to say he's a Zerg, but I can't be 100% certain on that. mTW has Naruto, Reen, and someone else, I think. I don't remember exactly, but 2 small European teams, but very skilled. I think Reen's ELO on Liquid is something like over 2,000, so it's kind of pretty impressive. Either that or it's close to it. I don't remember. But more importantly, DIMAGA, very strong Zerg player. He did a hatchery first in the last game that worked very, very well against Goody. That was awesome to see. His adaptation to Goody's gameplay was pretty much perfect. So Goody is going to have to come back from behind, and I want to see if he's going to change his gameplay up to account for DIMAGA, knowing how Goody plays. And it looks like Goody's going to go for the same thing he does as always, with this space indicating that he wants to throw down a barracks with a tech lab instantaneously. He's not going to bother lifting it off or anything. But now let's look at his food counts. Remember last game he went for the orbital command on 14. We can see there's that refinery. He might have actually cut an SCV to get that refinery out sooner, although I don't know for certain. Looks like he's going to be able to get 14 and 15. It might have just been a mistake in the last game, because he does have all the way up to 15 queued up. So unless he's going to cancel it. I doubt he will. He cancel that? That might be the difference. Tech lab goes down. It looks like he's going to go ahead and let his SCV finish. So Goody's being normal in that respect. We do have the hatchery going down first for DIMAGA once again. So very nice from DIMAGA. Worked the last game. Might as well continue with it. We'll see exactly how he's going to play. But there is the barracks finishing 50-50 for the Reaper. It gets spent immediately. And Goody, his orbital command is almost done. DIMAGA should be getting out enough Zerglings out to deal with the Reaper that's going to be coming in. Like, he probably knows it's coming in. There's no way he wouldn't expect it. Goody has done the same thing 2 games in a row, and pretty much every TVZ I've seen of Goody within the last couple of months has started with his Reaper first. I mean, it's a very strong, stable to open. He might get a drone killer or 2. He could get more than that if the opponent isn't ready for it. If he gets his bunker up, the Reaper destroys every single early game Zerg unit except for the Queen. And Queens don't do a ton of damage on their own. But Lings die to 2 shots, drones die to 3 shots, I think. And so Goody gets that bunker up. It is huge and hard to deal with for the Zerg. So there's that bunker going down, but there are once again a lot of Lings here. I'm going to ignore this SCV, just kill off the bunker, make sure there's no chance of that. And there's the Reaper from Goody, going to start attacking these Lings. 1 kill so far. But now he something crazy to deal with. It looks like he's going to ignore his natural, go straight to the main. Might be able to pick off this topmost drone, or the second one. He gets 1 kill on that. So 1 drone kill, already the most successful Reaper of this entire series for Goody. This is a retreat, and looks like he only produced that 1. Yeah, it's a single Reaper, so a good adaptation from Goody. A small one, but a good one. Command Center is going thrown down. Very fast Command Center from Goody once again. He likes to get this fast expansion behind the Reapers. It's a very, very classic and normal Terran thing to do, is to get that expansion behind the Reaper, because it buys up time, and it doesn't use that many minerals, so it takes up gas. It's a very easy way to get an expo and to scout safely and make sure you're safe for that expo. Here we have DIMAGA joining up a lot, and once again getting a very early Roach Warren. Looks like here is that Roach Warren. So he hasn't stopped mining gas, I believe. It's been straight there. Still no metabolic boost. He's really shirking on that Zergling speed. And Good is immediately going for a tech lab on top of his factory. He might go for a pre-igniter first. He'll actually have enough for it by the time this completes. There it is, and yet there's the Infernal pre-igniter. And we'll see that the Hellion is being produced too. So Goody going for Infernal Igniter and a starport immediately. Maybe going for a drop with those blue flame Hellions. He did that in the first game. It would be great if he returned to that. Here we have DIMAGA being very paranoid of those Reapers, as he's got these Lings patrolling over this one vulnerable spot. This spot's being scouted by the Overlord, so it's pretty much covered. So is there Zerg speed yet? Still not researched at all. Hatchery still in the main. Hatchery still at the natural. His money's going for roaches right now. He produced a lot of roaches. 6 are on the field right now. 2 more on the way. So he might go for a very early roach push. Try and put the aggression against Goody. As opposed to Goody doing it against dIMAGA. Now dIMAGA's going to have a very nice window of opportunity because this is going for tank and not Hellion. Right now, dIMAGA sees that there's a researching tech lab over there, but he doesn't know exactly what it is. It's not clear for him yet unless he sees the Hellion. So I don't think he did. But double Banshee. Ooh, double Banshee having down. Unless this isn't going to tech. Excuse me, unless this is going to get a tech lab, which I expect it will. Reaper has returned once again, and a bunker being thrown down very far back. Goody is not going to be able to keep this depot. There's no way the depot will survive, and the tech lab is going to finish Blue Flame. Blue Flame is done. These Lings are going to have a hard time dealing with those Hellions, and the thing is, though, that might be bad for Goody that the Reaper not finish. He might be in a better spot if it didn't. The Hellions are not going to be useful against the Roaches, which are the main part of this force. The supply depot is now burning down. Goody is getting his double port Banshee, but he's got a queued Banshee here and no Banshee at this starport. That is not good for him. He's losing a lot of those of his SUVs, but more importantly, Goody is getting scouted. dIMAGA is seeing everything that's happening inside Goody's main. This is a huge, huge scout. Goody was going to try and catch dIMAGA completely off guard with those Banshees, but now dIMAGA is free to get his gases, get his tech up. You see his layers here. He's just going to throw down Spore Crawlers, and he'll be tight for the Banshees. There is this Roach once again going to try and kill off one more SCV, which he does. And at the end of that attack, 13 SCVs killed. Goody's only killed 1 drone. You can see there's a lot of queuing up of these SCVs. Goody is really feeling pressure. It's very uncharacteristic of him. Normally, the calm tank man. So, see them, he just canceled down one of those SUVs, but he's got to be careful of this. He's behind the food count a fair degree. dIMAGA got his Evo up. He's getting his missile attack now, just as I'm conveniently holding the Evo chamber with my mouse. But Spire is going down, Spore Crawlers are up, and Goody, there he is here with 3, whoops, wrong thing selected, but there are 3 bases coming in. So far, he is not scouted anything really, just 2 hatcheries. That's literally the only buildings he's seen. Here's a lot more out there that's available to watch. Spore Crawler is out there in the natural. You see the main as well. Going to try and just pretty much hold everything, and this Spire is getting closer and closer to being done. We do see these Banshees that are going around here, try and actually get to this natural expansion of dIMAGA. But dIMAGA has droned a lot since he realized he's in such a very, very solid spot. 50 drones and 28 SCVs. 5 Queens are going to come in and almost... Oh, it almost dies. Almost dies, but Goody escapes his Banshee, but no kills. He hasn't really done anything. He hasn't scouted anything from the natural except for these Spore Crawlers, showing him that it's a very tight lockdown spot that he can't push in. He still has seen nothing from the main, and he might want to go do that because there's kind of a very relevant thing to see, and that is the Spire. dIMAGA's Spire tech is going to be huge. Mutas are coming out. Only 4, though. Not that many. Goody has flown down his natural expansion, which is honestly the only thing that's saving him. If he hadn't had that orbital command already built, he'd be in a very bad spot. But now he's poked in. He's seen the Spire. Should be getting his missile turrets out. Yep, there they are, missile turrets, which is so good. I mean, dIMAGA, if he never gets more than those 4 mutas, he'll be fine. He's done damage. Goody can't afford to spend things at all, and he's actually blindly getting Vikings now. Well, not really blind. He's getting it for possibly the mutas, and also just maybe a preemptive switch to Broodlords. As Broodlords are very common in ZVT. If Zerg can get their hive up at the 15-minute mark, that is perfect. That's pretty much the money times you can survive until then. If you get a 15-minute hive out and you get Broodlords out soon after, you are in a very good spot. Now we do see Goody is actually repairing his Hellions. Probably going to get to work to his Banshees too. That's actually one of the mistakes I did when I first started casting. I just had his Banshee selected while all those SCVs repairing everything else. I was like, look at the Banshee get repaired. Look at the Banshee get repaired, because it's not getting repaired, but it does eventually get repaired, I promise you. So now here we're going to see watches the third is going to go down for dIMAGA, and another drone is actually heading out 2. Looks like he will be plopping down a 4, so double expand. Very nice double expand for dIMAGA. He is stabilized. He is under no threats whatsoever. It is just going to be straight up macro coming from him now, because he might as well. This This is really a solid play. He's got a very big lead. No need to push it. It's going to be hard to push into a Terran with Blue Flame Hellions, tanks, Banshees, and Vikings. Very good defensive units. Well, they're used for that purpose. And so to go for this instead, it's much safer, much more versatile, and it will really keep DIMAGA alive for longer. His creep spread is going to be very good. You can see that all his creep tumors were being spread around. But there's no Ling at the Watchtower. I would like to see that. But DIMAGA has got a lot of awareness right now. No drops can happen over here. He's actually... Oh, look at that. He actually killed off these rocks. So he can even get a fifth, a very easy backdoor fifth anytime he wants to. One Spore Crawlers to make sure that he can literally just keep this alive for any Banshees or just push them away as those drones are going to come in and get those extractors up. And DIMAGA is looking solid. Looking back here, we see an infestation pit again. The neural parasite looks like he already has pathogen glands and infestors coming out on the field. Are there any of these infestors? Yes, infestor. Oh, say hello to infestor. So with the neural parasite coming in there, this will allow for hive tech to be in there. It's almost the 15-minute mark. So hopefully we'll see a hive soon as these extractors are being made. DIMAGA, you can see how important gas is for Zerg and ZVT because this gold literally has just a newly popped drone to mine from the patch, and there are 4 guys on these extractors. So DIMAGA's income is very much gas oriented. It seems he's happening at actually his 4th now. As these guys are finished, he'll probably just like box these guys and send them all in. I just did it before him, but it's not happening quite yet. No, Muta's going to pop in. Actually, see the rocks going down. That's pretty big. He'll be able to note that Goody wants his third. Goody's basically turtling for that massive mech army. You can see that the count of the factories is increased, and Reactor on this starport, and a Raven's actually out. That will allow detection to see the creep tumors. It will allow for point defense drones to stop Muta attacks and the like, and it'll also allow for auto turrets. And maybe even Hunter Secret Missile to try and hit clumped up Zerg units. And transfuses are happening on those mutas. So that's a nice little trick from DIMAGA. Keep his guys very, very effective. But a lot of queens are here, and infestors with their little golden slime thing. 4 infestors are here. Very powerful units, very good units against really everything. In all these matchups. If he can use these 4 funnel growths on the Vikings, we actually see corruptors being made. And yeah, there is the Greater Spire. I love the animation for the Greater Spire. It's about to get morphed. It's just like tentacles come in, just like suck it down, and now it looks like a turtle head, but like a badass turtle head. Look at that. Yeah, it looks like it's about to just eat the hive. I have fun playing with those the zoom-ins, by the way. And, 5th is being taken out over here from DIMAGA. I guess he just wants to save this in case a lot of pressure comes in. He'll have the backdoor safe expansion in case he feels like he needs it. So, infestor count is growing a lot of energy on all of these dudes. So, Queen is at almost max, and she can be very good for getting out transfusions. And the creep spread, once again, is very nice from DIMAGA. Goody actually has forward missile to make sure the creep doesn't go any farther. This siege tank will take care of that. Gold is mining pretty much full capacity for him. You can see the income's actually in favor of Goody by a lot. He's getting his own command center down here, working on these rocks to get them away, so his command center can just fly over there, but now SVs will be able to go back in. Actually, another double expand. I'm counting this double expand because both hatcheries are building at the same time. So DIMAGA is now getting his 6th base up. There's Greater Spire completing. That's actually goes to timing on my part. I'm going to actually pat myself on the back for that. Like, you can't see it, but I just patted myself. More on my shoulder than the back, but point still stands. So fully upgraded infestors are here officially, because there's oh wait, never mind, there's no burrow yet, so technically not. But here we have Broodlords coming in, and 203 food for DIMAGA just popped up. Let me just show you that. Yeah, actually I can sort of just leave that there if I wanted to, but I don't. 203 food for DIMAGA. You can even see that here. So he's now above max food. There are 3 Broodlords down here. Those Vikings that there's the Vikings. Where are the other Vikings? Where's the Air Force from Goody? Well, here are, it's not an Air Force, but actually there is a single Air Force unit, Viking. Anyway, refiners are there. We do have a command center here, just being a command center, nothing else. And looks like a forward creep tumor got killed off by the siege tank. And oh no, the roach is going to get hit. Oh, that's sad. Roach is there for scouting, but it's not going to see anything. There's the Air Force. Those are going to be good against the Broodlords, but only 3. It's not really that much of a threat anyway. 3 Broodlords, but the Corruptors are going to be able to take out those the Vikings. Where are the Vikings? Are they come in? Corruptors are going to come in for flanking, maybe. But you can see the damage, the splash damage is doing. Goodbye missile turret. There are Thors, there are Vikings all attacking the Broodlords. You can see the targeting by Goody has just nullified the Broodlords completely, and the Corruptors are going to just pull away. There's no way they can engage against all those Vikings and all of those Thors. So a couple of Corruptors do fall, but not a big deal. DIMAGA, so just to remax and look at his money, almost 5,000 minerals, almost 2,000 gas. He's got a lot of room. Now Goody did just hit max, but he also only has less than 1,000 in each of the categories. And say hello to Broodlords. There are 8 Broodlords morphing. There are already another 3 back here, and it looks like DIMAGA is going to go ahead and start killing off his own army. He's going to try and produce even more. I don't know, maybe it's going to be more Broodlords, maybe more units, but I don't think he can get more Broodlords because he's already got 8 guys morphing in. So to be able to get 11 Broodlords out, that's a ridiculous force. 11 Broodlords is so powerful. So now DIMAGA is maxed, and you see 9 more Corruptors are going to be made. Looks like he just killed off another thing. I don't really know. This is Gamorre's. And look at the importance of gas. Look at this base. This expansion is used purely for gas. If you look, gases haven't in mind yet, but they just get built. This was the most recent expansion from DIMAGA, and look at this base, only gas being made, and 216 food. Yeah, this is, I actually rewound the last replay, look at this, but there are 16 drones right on there to build spore crawlers to allow DIMAGA to build 8 more Corruptors, and now DIMAGA has a 216 food army, so he's above max, 216 out of 200. That's such a beautiful move that he can do. And try and engage a very entrenched in Goody, who's sacrificing SCV so that Goody can get a more than max army. It looks like someone was lagging over here, but looks like DIMAGA's going to push in a little bit, or no, he will not push in a little bit. But goodbye to that Hellion, and it looks like some Roaches are sacrificing their lives for not Ire, but the Swarm. DIMAGA bringing down another Spore Crawler, another SCV is there. I want to avoid Blat or Pop Blat means, but where's that Pooblat? Was that Pooblat or Kiko Blat? Something's wrong all around. But yeah, Q and Revolver has left the game. But now there are 11 Broodlords out here. There are a ton of Corruptors. There is +1 Carapace. So these guys are actually pretty resilient. There's also Queens behind to do some transfusing. And, oh, that tank is not long for this world with all those guys coming in. And now you got Scan coming in here. Vikings are going to try and take out as much as they can. The Corvus are bunching up for the Thors to hit, but there's not many Thors left. They're all down here. Vikings are being pushed away as these Broodlords are going to come in. Queens are there and to start transfusing. Yes, I see some transfuses happening on those Broodlords. Very nice move from DIMAGA. They're going to actually do so much damage. Broodlings are still there, and now all these Broodlords are once again basically full health. They're taking some damage, but not crazy amounts. Thor is here, and Thor is being neuroparasited. And there is a nice stick coming out of that Infester. So these guys are really not going to last long as Goody is getting rolled over. 186, 135 food. DIMAGA is coming to more upgrades. Flyer, Attack, Carapace, and Corruptors. And there's GG by Goody. So DIMAGA wins with having a 216 out of 200 food army. So very well done by DIMAGA using transfuses on his Broodlords and everything. Goody trying to use his 4 bases. Actually had enough to get more. This is something that Goody does like to do, and I've seen some Terrans mess around with and fail horribly at, but Goody succeeds at this, is he gets extra command centers, and then he just uses mules instead of SCVs, so he can have a larger than 200 army, well, normal 200 army, because he has fewer SCVs. He ends the game with 66 SCVs, 60 drones from DIMAGA, which just makes his 216 food army really, really ridiculously strong. So, that is the best of 3. Hopefully I get to keep the files this time. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed a pretty cool TVZ series.